De la right, my MVVs, welcome.
We heard another report right now that Igbi, broke down in tears as Kabiyesi asked her to return back to the Olori quarters soon after Kabiyesi finished his prayers. Now, today, Kabiyesi returned back from Ilofi. Ilofi, I may not be pronouncing it well, I beg your pardon. Ilofi seemed to be that place where he had his communion with his ancestors. He's been in seclusion. In the interest of those of you who do not know, I know that so many blogs are saying he is fine, everything and all of that, but he's actually been in seclusion. So when he returned today, he decided to address his people and also pray for them and bring the message of the gods back to them. And they said he had to summon all his wives, even those who were not in the palace. Like they were all there. Ebony was not there, but Igbi, Gospel, Oletik, they said they sent for her and all of that. Igbi was also sent for, okay? But the prayer has just been concluded not too long ago. But they say what brought about the problem in the palace was that soon after the problem, that Igbi wanted to stay back, and Kabiyesi was so red. Like, Kabiyesi said, I don't understand why I have to go for few days and all of this complaint all over the place, that she should go back to the Olori quarters where his king's men kept her. She needs to be there because he has been out there for the last few days. He's not had rest and he needs to rest, okay? And they say Igbi was hoping that because Kabiyesi came back, Kabiyesi was not going to let her go and stay in that place all by herself again. She was very, positive that because Kabiyesi came back, she will be allowed back into the palace. Now, staying in the Olori's quarters for Igbi right now, I want you to get it straight. It's not like they have driven her completely out of the palace. They had to make her stay there because Yanifa said that for all of those problems that they are facing while Oni was out, that an abomination has been committed again. Like they're adding salt into injury, okay? And the gods is not letting go of the ones that they have done in the past. And the worst thing that can happen is to know that, they are still doing the same thing over and over again. That if the whistling and all of this plenty wahala that is going on in the palace is to stop, whoever committed that abominable act must leave the palace. So nobody knows what she had confessed to the shrine, but of course the elders, the Gise elders, they are all aware, and so they had to lead her out of the palace. But because the Ooni of Ife came back from Ilofi, Ooni of Ife had to summon all of his wives, okay, to come for prayers. And they all came and they were praying and they were kabashing, they were doing this, they were doing that. Even though you saw the likes of they said the likes of Oletik was just there quiet because they had finished lambasting her over her own mess, okay? As we are hearing, if the information is true, she was very unhappy because they said, as Ooni of Ife entered the palace from Ilofi, that he was so upset because while he was in the palace, kept this, that, I mean, while he was in Ilofi, all of these complaints kept coming during evenings after he has maybe spent like 12, 14 hours communing with his God. When he comes out of a particular shrine to just maybe rest, drink water or something, they bring his phone, they bring all of this complaint. When he asks them what is going on in the palace, wahala starts all over again. Everybody had so much to talk about, and oh my God. So when he came back to the palace, they say he was just lambasting them. Of course, he had already summoned all of them to come so that they can have their prayers together because that is what is required of the gods, and that is what the ancestors have asked for. They now came, they had a prayer together, but then again, Igbi wanted to stay back. He told Igbi, no, you have to go back to where my elders kept you. We are going to revisit your issue when I have rested. Amma is not a small thing. They say Igbi started crying. The embarrassment was so much because Kabiyesi basically asked somebody to take her and drop her in the Olors quarters. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl De La Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy J's from the south. Is still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? Happy weekends to you. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Share and do all my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I love you guys so much. Happy weekends to you. I apologize once again for coming late. I had to do a lot of work before, coming back to do this. And I know that you guys are waiting for me, and that is why I just wanted to drop some update for you. Okay, we have heard that Igbi was very embarrassed with the way Kabiyesi spoke to her and how Kabiyesi asked them to take her immediately and drop her in the Olors mansion. You know that the Gise family let her out of the palace because of the whistling and all of that. And they said the night that she was let out of the palace, there was no whistling. And everybody, the residents had to sleep, okay? Because Iyanifa had stated that if they want to rest in the palace and they want people to have their rest and sleep well, that whoever committed the abominable act should be led out of the palace, and Gise elders had to do that. When Ooni Of Ife came out from Ilofi, they said that he called on all of them to come and gather for the prayers. They gathered for the prayers, and not too long ago, they said this one happened, that she now wanted to stay back in the palace, and Oni said it's never going to happen. You need to get the hell out of here. You need to go to the Olors quarters. What makes you feel like I am going to go against what my elders have said, have decided? You need to go back until we revisit your issue and see what the problem is. And they say Ooni Of Ife was so upset. As a matter of fact, they say when the Ooni Of Ife came back from Ilofi, two people that entered his hot soup, one of them, as a matter of fact, three of them, one is Igbi, the other one is Oletik, and the other one is Gospel. You do remember that Gospel went to Naomi's place and, they sent the DSS to pick Gospel. If that information is true, we got that information. And the information got to the Ooni Of Ife, who they said that there is nothing, that whatever they want to do with her, they should do with her, that they have warned her time and time again not to go to Nami's place without invitation. So right now they say Igbi was very embarrassed as Oni insisted she must return back to the Olors quarters. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.